Good morning, everybody. My hair's doing the I showered at camp thing. That's all right. It is what it is. It's camping after all. So you guys can see I hung up this wreath to add to the decor. Can I get it a little bit better? There we go. So I did that. What else? I hung up the towels that match the shower curtain. We got all that done because you got to be matching. I'm halfway through my set with this. So this is going to be the hand towel. I'm going to make the shower curtain, and then I'm going to make a hair towel out of that as well. So my whole place will match. Now what I need to do next is I need to make pillows to match the comforter that I have on the bed. Because yeah, tried to take a sip where the hole wasn't. So that comforter over there is all different shades of purple and green and peach. So I'm going to make a couple pillows. I know I have that purple. So the good news is it's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful morning. Good morning, Debbie. And Barb, good morning, Barb. I know I said good morning to you in text, but I want to say good morning. So the good news is it's a beautiful morning. The bad news is I did not catch the mouse. We have another mouse in here. So my nephew was here, and he actually tried to catch it by hand. That didn't work so well. So who's walking? Oh, that's my brother-in-law. So yeah, it was quite the scene. I was sitting on the bed watching TV, and all of a sudden movement caught my eye, and I was like, so a little teeny mouse came. When I say teeny, I mean he's smaller than my thumb. He's little. So he came from behind the toilet, came out as far as this bench I'm sitting on, and then saw me and was like, no. Oh, come on, you gotta love this hair flipping. Let me see if I can tuck it in. There we go. So yeah, the mouse is still here. We will see. I'm going to have my brother help me today, whether he likes it or not. I know he's got a lot to do, but I just yelled out, I'm like, you got to fix it. I played the little sister card this morning. Oh, I so did. What a beautiful day we had yesterday. The wind was crazy, though. I couldn't put my awning out. I was terrified it was going to blow away. So I didn't put the awning out. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Welcome to coffee. It's so nice to wake up here with the fresh air. So, oh my goodness. So you guys, I used to love to watch Animal Planet. I watch it all the time. My daughter, we'd watch the Big Cat Diaries. We'd watch the Great Migrations. We'd watch all that stuff. But yesterday, my sister Linda and I had our very own episode of Animal Planet. There's Fritzy joining. So we're sitting by her camper looking out over the fields. Now, when you look that way, we have a place that we call the Pines, and it's a bunch of pine trees. And we saw this giant bird. I'm talking huge. He's floating around. He's swirling. And then all of a sudden, we see smaller birds going after him. And I'm like, uh-oh, Lynn. She says, what? I said, that bird, first of all, I caught a glimpse of its face, so I knew it was a turkey vulture. I said, he's going after the little bird's nest. And she's like, no, come on. I'm like, keep watching. And sure enough, we had our very own episode of Animal Planet yesterday. I don't need to go into detail when I tell you it didn't end well for the smaller birds. But you know what? It's the circle of life, and I'm sure that vulture had babies he needed to feed too. So I try to look at it that way. I try. Good morning, everybody that's just joining. I went on about a minute early, so hopefully more of us will come hang out. I'm starting to panic a little bit. I only have 2 more of my favorite coffee here in the camper, but I might go to, there's a Dunkin' Donuts down the road. I'll drive through and get their K-Cups as my backup. Plus, Barb, I have that coffee that you sent me. I'm just trying to save that for when we have the military reunion here. Those are going to be some fun lives. I'll tell you what, I will have all kinds of guests. All kinds of guests for Coffee with Kim that week. But, so yeah, yesterday was fun. And I've got beautiful flowers set up. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, sunshine. So my flowers came back. They were drooping a little bit because they went the whole week without water. And as soon as I poured water on them, they perked right back up. They're beautiful. So my theme of, my theme of purple and yellow is looking really pretty. So much so that my sister is going today to buy some flowers. She says she has to keep up. So my brother sent me on a crafting treasure hunt yesterday. He came back and he yelled out, Kimberly, because that's what he calls me, Kimberly. I said, what? He said, there's a garage sale about a mile that way. He said, and it looked like a lot of craft stuff. So I went down and I don't know if you can see it. No, I got this. Isn't that beautiful? And then I got something she said, do I have it in here? She said it was a bow maker. So, yay! Well, thank you. Right next to my thermostat and my water pump. And right over Petunia. Good morning, Margaret. Good morning. So I have this beautiful vase. I don't know, now that I'm looking for them, I'm seeing them everywhere. So, you know me, I have a collective personality, so we'll see how many I come up with. But she only wanted like 50 cents for this. Absolutely. So I told her about my project of putting it and making a flower. That's beautiful. It's definitely going on the deck at home. And then, so I got that. I had Fritz in the stroller. They loved it. You got to remember, I am out where I am back to my roots back here. So they're not really used to people spoiling their pets. Usually it's farm dogs and hunting dogs and this and that. So when I walked up with Fritz in the stroller, they're like, what? I said, trust me, guys, it's just easier for me. I can't leave them in the camper. I mean, I can, but I won't. I said, so I bring them with me and it's easier than carrying. It's so funny. So there was watching from the, I can't see. I don't like how it does the comments on here. I can't see. But anyway, so that was fun. She had a lot of like sewing stuff. She had so many, I know there's a special name for her. So when you go into the material section of any craft place, they have them all lined up where you can pull it off and they cut the yards. She had so many of those. I did not. He does have a big. You're watching from the car. Oh, Margaret, don't get car sick. I would say be careful, but I'm pretty sure you're not driving, right, while you're watching. I would get motion sick. Fritzy does have a big fan club. Even here, they love him. I'm playing with my scissors. So yeah, that was cool. Today, I might go back to the two reasons why I didn't buy much. I didn't have that much cash with me. I only had $15 and I only spent like $6. So that was cool. And I might get some cash and go back. She had some really cool purple decorations. Almost. Yeah, well, I'll try to not do too many things that are visual. We'll just chat. That way you won't have to keep looking at it. But this woman had a lot of really cool little items you can put on wreaths and stuff like that. So I might go back. And check it out. She also had one of the first Cricut machines. This thing's huge. I want to go back and just look at it and see the difference from then to now, you know. And then she also had one of those mannequins like Lucille Bell. She wanted $30 for it. I do not have room for it. So I told her that. I said, the only reason I'm not buying this from you is I legit don't have any room for it. because it, you know, they're expensive, and for her to only want 30 bucks, and I bet you if I went back today, she'd take 20. But I don't need it, and there's no room in here for it, so I'm not going to get it. But yeah, so I do want to, and it's funny because just say no, Karen. Absolutely, just say no. It's still a little chilly here, so I got my sweatshirt on, but I am wearing my my crochet top. So yeah, I might go back for that purple stuff, but I'm certainly not allowing myself to buy that mannequin. So I was talking to my sister this morning, and she's like, what are you going to talk about today on Coffee with Kim? I said, I never know until I pop on and just start jabber-jawing. And but I do want to, today is my mom's birthday, and there's her favorite place in the world was the ocean, and this was all of us our favorite picture of her. So she was just so beautiful. So today is her birthday, and so we're going to go up and we're going to put some flowers at the cemetery, and it's going to be a nice, and I'm hoping to convince my sister to take me for tacos, because right down the street from the cemetery are tacos. Sorry, I had to do something funny so I wouldn't get sad. But anyway, so it's happy birthday to Mom today, so I'm going to put her up there so she can be here. Coffee with Kim. Funny story about Coffee with Mom. Few things. When we would take Mom out to eat, never let her order orange juice because it was always too bitter. And good morning, Catherine. Never let her orange juice or soup because the soup was always too cold. And then the coffee was always too bitter. It was so fun. Thank you. Nice, Down Under. Now I'm going to sing that song. I come from the land down under. Don't give me a strike. Sorry. You guys know I love to sing. No matter how bad I am, you know I love to sing. So once we go to, I'm going to ride with them, and I'm going to hope to convince them to do tacos for lunch. You know me, I'll do tacos 24 hours a day. I love them. So what do you think? Do you think this and one other is going to be enough to make a hair towel and a shower curtain? That reminds me, I got to measure that shower curtain because it's only half the size of a normal one. I showered this morning in my camper with nice hot water. Woohoo! Last weekend I did not have hot water, and that was quite interesting because I didn't check before I got in the shower. That's fun. So yes, it was really nice. So I got to use the shower, and it's a cute little shower. I mean, you can't run around in there, but you can get the job done pretty good. So speaking of the bathroom, if any of you have any hints on what I can put in here to make the mouse just leave, other than a cat, Fritz is no help. He actually got freaked out by it. So the mouse was running towards the bed, and he did his little, what is that kind of thing? He cracks me up. I was like, well, thanks for the help. So whatever. He's not my mouser. He's my little muggle boogle. He's laying here. He's pouting because my brother's dogs are out, and I won't let him out when I'm not out there because they're big, and I don't want them to trample him. So we don't want that. Oh, okay. Are you guys ready to laugh? Do you have someone who has learned how to talk to text? So we have someone who shall remain nameless in our family who has learned how to talk to text. And good morning, Christina. So I woke up this morning to 17 texts from this person. But the thing is, each one, like, you have to scroll. I was just like, I'm not reading that. So I texted her back. I'm like, I'm not reading that. So if there's something important in there, You got to let me know because I'm not scrolling through. It's like War and Peace, man. She wrote the whole book on there. Forget it. Forget about it. I'm not doing it. Oh my goodness. What do we got? We got 9 in and 7 thummies. Thank you, everybody. If you could remember to give me a thumbie. Also, I am so close to the goal of 4,000 view hours. I'm at 3,674. So if you guys feel free to just pop me on in the background and let me run, because I need to hit that 4,000. So if you guys any time, you can even turn down the volume. Just let me run in the background. Or in the foreground, or wherever you go. Just my sister said she was watching one of them this morning, yesterday's live. So yeah, oh my goodness, what a great time. My niece came over with her 3 boys yesterday, and I gave her her blanket. She's the niece that's pregnant with her first girl. Oh, okay. All right, so if you mute it, it doesn't. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. I didn't know that. So she came over, and I had said to my sister when I saw her pull in, I said, what are the odds that you think I'm going to give her that blanket, because you know I can't wait? And she goes, oh, you can wait. Nope. So as soon as she gets out of the car, I said, you, come here. She's like, okay, I'm coming. And she comes over, and I had her sit on the bed. And I'm like, I just couldn't wait to give this to you. And I gave her the blanket. And oh my goodness, she loved it so much. She snuggled it, and she said she's going to bring the baby home in it. That makes me feel really good. Sorry, I'm reading, trying to keep up on the chat. Oh my goodness, I think I'm a little more tired than I thought I was. Believe it or not, I'm having trouble figuring out what the heck to talk about. So I had to stop. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the more you watch of that, the better. I love it too, and that's why I did it, because a lot of times I like to put something on, but I don't necessarily want something to watch. I want to hear. And any of the channels that you can watch and stuff like that, excuse me, like when you're doing Bluetooth radio or whatever, they have other, it's not just the sounds of nature, they have music behind it or flutes or whatever, and I prefer just to have the sound. So I made that recording for myself and you, of course, Karen, because you asked for it. And I will do my best to accommodate. If you guys ask me for a certain video, I will do it. I believe it was you, Ruth, that asked me to do a video of transplanting from, or maybe it was Margaret. I don't know. Anyway, I have that huge Christmas cactus, and then my daughter for Mother's Day gave me a little planter with the baby's footprint on it. So I'm going to transplant a snip from that giant cactus that my daughter gave me in 2007 into that. So I'll do a video on how to transplant. What I'm doing right now is I've actually snipped off one piece and I'm rooting it. So I have the piece sitting in water until I get roots the right size, and then I will be able to transplant it knowing it won't shock out too bad. So that's coming. Let's see, what else do I have a video? I have, oh, sorry, I just realized I have to remind Mr. Fortunate to water my plants. I got it set up really easy. It's one little switch and one little switch back. So I did turn off my water fountain. I don't let that run when I'm not home, because if it splatters, it slowly empties itself, and then I don't want the motor to run out and be completely burned out. So yesterday, we're all sitting around in front of my camper, of course, because I'm the cool camper. And I had brought my yearbooks, because a lot of the people that come visit us are people that we graduated with or went to school with. And My friend and I sat on the swing and just looked through the yearbooks. Oh my goodness, so fun. Talking about people that we knew, people, well, he's a bit older than me, so he had different classmates, and then he knew some of my class. It was just really fun. It was really cool. It's fun to look back, and now we talk about where are they now and what are they doing now and this and that. So it was really cool. I had really terrible hair in 8th grade. It was really bad. I'm going international. Is that it? Where am I going? I love that you guys are, yeah, from the land down under. How awesome is that? I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to go there until they told me the spiders are really big. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just watch it on TV for now. I can never go to Hawaii because you guys remember way back on the Brady Bunch, it was the episode where they went to Hawaii and they had that necklace that was bad luck, and there was that spider. So I can never go to Hawaii. I'd love to, but I can't. I know, I'm ridiculous. I am. I get it. I absolutely know I'm ridiculous. But it's just a little peek into my silliness. So I had to go into, now our house that we grew up in is right there. It's not livable. It's pretty, it's abandoned. We keep it, well, my brother keeps it in good enough shape where it won't fall down, but we do store some things in there, and I needed a piece of lumber. So let me show you. See at the end, you see where there's the air fryer, and then you got the sink, and then the coffee pot. Underneath that, I made myself an extension of my counter. So you see that board that's under it. So I had to go and find that board. And so I brought Fritz in there with me. Oh my gosh, it was so funny because there's birds living in there. Yeah, see? Yeah. And so does Africa, which I'd love to go, but I heard about spiders. They're big. But nice. Early 70s. Wow. That's cool. I know, Fritzy. Sorry I bothered you. So anyway, we're walking through the house. Now you got to be careful because it's, it's run down. So I have him in one arm, and I'm looking for the piece of lumber that I needed. And all of a sudden, I feel on my arm that I'm carrying him in. And a little baby, it must have just fledged. So it made a quick respite on my arm and then went. So I hear flutter, flutter, boom, and then he took off. Before I even had a chance to realize that a baby bird just landed on my arm, and Fritz was oblivious to it because he was looking that way. So here I am walking through this house, carrying Fritz with a bird on my shoulder. I was like, this is like Disney, right? Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. Only it wasn't a bluebird. It was a starling. Yeah, so I got the board, and I think it came out really good. This is kind of just a let's see if it works kind of thing. And it seems to be working very well. So I put my extra water on it, and it's perfect because I don't really go to that side of the bed that much, and Fritz can still get up on his side. So it works really good. Yes, I just said Fritz can get up on his side. So that's Fritz's side of the bed, and this is my side of the bed. I know. I'm crazy. I get it. But, oh, fun times at camp, huh? What else did I do? Oh, you want to see? Yeah. I just, being a country girl, I don't mind snakes and mice. I just prefer they're not within touching range. You know what I mean? I mean, go ahead, run over there. Go ahead, slither over there, but don't be in my space. So I have a crazy story to tell you about snakes. So we buy this house, and we're in the house for not our new house. This was our previous house. The previous house we were in was about 60 years old. Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning. So the previous house we were in was about 60 years old. Now, at the time, we had 3 cats. That's it, 3 cats. And I was getting out early on Fridays. So I had texted Mr. Fortunate and asked him, can you get out early? And he had asked his boss, and they're like, no, you know, we're busy, whatever. Okay, so that was at about 1 o'clock. So I was out in the garden because we had about an acre. I'm out in the garden, puttering around. I go back in the house, and there's a snake in the living room. Yep, can't make it up. It's all coiled up. Now, I thought, because we had a pet door that went into the basement where I had the cat box. So so I thought, because at the time we had, good morning, Dottie. So I thought it was a dead snake because it's all coiled up, just kind of laying there, not moving. I walk in the room, it didn't move. So I thought the kitten at the time had found it in the basement and brought it up the stairs and dropped it in the living room. Which, side note, I still don't know how it got where it was, but anyway, still could have been that. So of course, I call him right away. I'm like, there's a snake in the living room. And he's like, what? I'm like, no, you can't make it up. There's a snake in the living room. So he goes into his boss and he's like, I got to go. There's a snake in the living room. And she's like, yeah, right. She didn't believe him because he had just asked if they were getting out early. So I said to him, I said, I don't care what time you get home. I will be out on the deck. I'm not going back in there until you get home. So he actually did leave early. And he comes walking in. I'm like, okay, all right, come with me. Because I'm in panic mode at this point. There's a snake in the living room. So I come in and I go, it's right. And of course, it was not there. It wasn't there. I was like, okay, we're moving. I'm done. We're not doing this. So he goes looking around for it. And it was actually, it went behind the TV and had laid itself along the cords. So you could barely see it. He's like, oh. There it is. Still thinking it's dead. We thought the cat was playing with it, dragged it behind, whatever. So his one thing is snakes. He can't do it. He can't do it. So he grabs a paper towel and he reaches over, still thinking it's dead, and he grabs the snake and its head comes up. So now, you know that old saying, you got a tiger by the tail, what do you do with it? Yeah, so now he's got this snake and he's like, blah! He's losing his mind, running out the house. He even said I was screaming like a 6-year-old schoolgirl, and he was. So it was so funny. Here I'm freaking out. The cats are freaking out. He's holding the snake. So he gets it outside. And it was just like, ah. So that was our first introduction to wildlife at that house. He had just put the pond in the back, and we're thinking, because the pond was about maybe 30 feet from the window that went into the basement that I had left open because I had the hose running. So I'm thinking the snake got in through that little hole. The cat found it, brought it upstairs. I mean, it was little. It was only like this big, but still. So that was our first introduction to wildlife. There was another one. So, Christy, I know, you can't make it up. So then a few years later, we had a camper and we went camping it was a long weekend or whatever. So the first thing we ever did when we got home is we unpacked the entire camper, and the laundry went up, the clean lot, whatever. So I carry the laundry basket upstairs, and our one cat is sitting in the middle of the bed doing this. And I'm like, okay, Stuart, that's a little weird. What are you doing? And he's just sitting. He wouldn't blink. He wouldn't move. And I'm like, what? Okay. So of course I follow his gaze, and there's a bat hanging from the ceiling. There we go. We've got snakes. We got bats. So there's this bat hanging from the ceiling. Now, he's a city boy. He doesn't do creepy crawly whatever. He doesn't know what to do with it. So I'm like, okay, I'm out. I go running. I'm like, So the cat, now we got to get, oh, no, that's a bit big, Margaret. No, this one was little, maybe 1.5 feet. So now I've got a cat in a room with a bat. This sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. The cat and the bat. So he calls an exterminator because I'm not touching it. I don't know what to do with it. He doesn't know what to do with it, and it's stuck to the ceiling. So all I did was get the cat out of the room, and the exterminator comes and he gets the bat. $400 later. That was fun. Yeah, Margaret, that's a big snake. No, thank you. So $400 later, we got rid of that bat. So, oh, well, that's true. You never had any mice. Maybe I need, no, I'm not even finishing that sentence. So as the exterminator is leaving with this bat in a bag, because he didn't kill it. He says, you know, bats can get in anywhere. They like flatten themselves and they can go anywhere. So after the exterminator left, I go up into the closet of the bedroom and there's a hole in the wall. And I'm like, oh. So yeah, long story short, we slept in the camper that night because I was not sleeping in that room with that. So, oh, good. I would rather have a mosquito in my room than a bat. I'm just saying. They can be outside. They're fun. I love watching them swoop outside. Not so much in the bedroom. So that was our experience with wildlife at that house. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so snakes eat bats who eat mosquitoes. We got a whole, I'll have Noah's Ark in the house before. Oh, no. No. Because once you find the skin, you're like, oh. I mean, I didn't mind the snakes out by the pond. Whatever, they put their little heads up and they look around. That's fine. I just don't want, no, thank you. Like I said, I'm a country girl, and I try to be as tough as the rest of them, but I'd prefer to not have wildlife in the house. So, yeah, I know. I know. We don't love snakes, no. So, I don't like spiders and snakes or bats or mice. Frogs are okay. I'd rather not touch them, but whatever. So, that's that. Margaret. So let's see. There was a woman who lived in a camper. She swallowed a mosquito. So she swallowed a bat to catch the mosquito. She swallowed a snake to catch the bat. She swallowed she swallowed a blue heron to get the snake. Come on, I could rewrite that. Oh, that's so funny. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Right, Karen, that's just it. I am fine with them out there. Like I said, even spiders, I leave them alone outside. Be in your own space. Just don't be in mine. I thought I just saw movement, but I don't. So I brought one of my Ring cameras and I put it under my cabinet so I can see if the mouse is running around in there. So far, nothing. So my hair, it's doing the, hey, I showered at camp thing. Whatever. Yeah. So there you go, Margaret. I'll rewrite the whole poem for you. I claim to be a country girl, but I'd rather not touch any of that stuff. I don't mind getting dirty. I don't mind, but whatever. I'm out of, oh no, I'm not. I thought I was out of cuff. Fritz is giving me the side eye here. He's sitting right behind the camera. Here, let me see. Fritzy, what are you doing? What are you doing? There he is. That's his spot. I mean, that you can see my sister Linda's camper across the way there. And he's just scoping out the world. So I made us some hummingbird nectar today. So Linda has one and I have one. Oh, Nightbot. So Huawei, you're here. I don't know what Nightbot. I don't even know how. Is there a way to turn that off? If any of you can tell me how to turn off Nightbot, that would be wonderful. Let's see if this says it. Hold on. No. No. I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to turn it off. Figure that out. Oh, ants. Yeah. We have those. Okay, so there's those little teeny tiny, they're not fire ants, but they're like orangish red. We used to get them in the same house that we had the bat and the snakes. Why are we whining? Why are we whining? Come here. Come here. No, you don't want to get down? Do you want to get down? He wants to go out and I won't let him. Come here. I don't think you can see him. What are you doing, Fritzy? Here. No, you can't see him. Hold on. I can do that. What are you doing, little bit? What are you doing? He's pouting is what he's doing. He's pouting. Wait, coffee, wait. Hi, Huawei, how are you? Ooh, caramel. I love anything caramel. I really do. No, the bat was before I had video. I don't know that I could have. I don't know that I could have sat still long enough to make a video of the bat. So he does. He really wants to go out and play with the big dogs, which I don't see them right now. I know they're out there, but he's just pouting because one, he wants Aunt Linda, and two, he wants to play with the big dogs. But if I'm not out there, I don't want the big dogs to step on him. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna have a big fire. I'm eavesdropping on my siblings. So let me think. What else do I have going on? I don't know that I have a lot more to chat about today. I'm just looking around here, realizing how much crochet stuff I have in here. It's a lot, but it is what it is. It works. It's functional crochet stuff. So looking at Fritzy's little feet. How did you get wet? Oh, the grass is wet. Yeah, we've got a huge fire pit out there, so we'll have a fire tonight. Yesterday was just way... Yay, Margaret! No motion sick. That's awesome. Yesterday was just way too windy to have that fire. It was ridiculous windy. But tonight we'll have one. S'mores! Woohoo! That's another stop I gotta make unless Linda has the stuff for it. But I'm in charge of brunch when I get off of here. I have a dozen eggs and some bacon and some cheese and some ham. So I think I'm just going to chop it all up and make some fancy scrambled eggs for everybody. And it'll be my part. And then hopefully tacos for lunch. We'll get some burgers and dogs for dinner. But so it's really good to be here with my siblings. I really love it, especially today. Especially to celebrate my mom. So, yeah, looking around. Every time I pull up here, that song by John Denver, Hey, It's Good to Be Back Home Again. Yeah. We burned our trash in the 60s. That was fun. So I can see that Linda's not on. So I can tell you that she burned something, I think it was last year. She started to burn something and ended up burning up their little trailer that you pull behind. She's gonna kill me, but yeah. So if you can look away from the screen, like I can't read in the car or even crochet in the car. I can't do that. I could probably do it on a boat if I was out in the air. Yeah, every kid's a firebug, but no, Linda did this last week or last fall. I mean. Dang, she's back on. Hi, I can hear her laughing across the camp. Sorry, Lynn, I told your story. All right. Well, I have to. Isn't it fun? She's right there. I can hear her laughing at me. I have to get myself ready to make breakfast or brunch for everybody. Yeah, cool. So, Margaret, are you going to be around for Tuesday? I just want to make sure. Oh, before I forget, this Wednesday's book club either needs to be earlier in the day or way later in the afternoon. My daughter has a doctor's appointment and I have to go be with her. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Couple reasons. My coffee's cold. I have to make breakfast and we got a bunch of stuff. Oh, good. Okay, cool. So you guys have a great day. I will make sure to make note of all the antics that we go through here today and tomorrow morning. We'll do Coffee with Kim live again. And I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a holiday weekend. I really appreciate it. And evening would be, I can't, worse or wonderful. I can't. All right. Well, I'll read the comments and see. I need to reschedule that. So, all right, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to get myself going. Remember, always be happy, be kind, and be creative. Have a great day, guys. I will see you later. Bye.